I am not a black Russian robot.
Get to the chopper!
Stand down.
Fair use.
Twitter announced this week that it took down a series of viral tweets after finding out the accounts which posted them were fake. Not only were they bogus, but the two popular accounts in question were made to look as though they were run by black men who recently left the Democratic Party in support of Donald Trump.
I'm here to support President Trump. You want to know why I'm here to support President Trump? Because they done did black men like this for decades.
So I'm not putting black men down, but sometimes it's like, well, some of you Kevin Samuels following Tariq Nasheed quoting people, please look at the truth and see what's happening and get in line with some of the black women. Is majority, like he said, vote Democrat. But that margin of people who can be plucked away from your people and go advance policies that harm your people, I just don't understand that.
When you mention black people, you mentioning black women. So don't count yourself
no,
out.
Yes, that's not true.
That's like administration say that when they
black people is not black women.
Black
women are not included in black people.
No,
it is.
All my life I had to fight.
Salute and welcome back to Unknown Soldier Radio. And if you're listening to the sound of my voice as this newly formed political landscape unfolds, then it's a great time to be alive. And if you're not too politically astute / hashtag savvy, don't even worry about it, because as long as you have common sense, we can get through this conversation together. In an age, in a modern society, in a technological age and society where common sense isn't so common, if you have that, you're way ahead of the game.
Winning one presidential election does not guarantee you will win the next. You know that. I know that. What you have to do is maintain the constituency that won for you the first time, and if possible, expand it, which brings us to something the Biden White House is concerned about, that core constituency from 2020, specifically for this conversation, African Americans.
I want to say that this is amazing to me with all this newfound concern for African American or foundational black American voters in today's political climate. But it's not, because we've been voting religiously for the Democratic Party for almost 60 years, and there's been no change to effect. In our neighborhoods, in our schools, in our communities, we've seen no change. But now you're concerned and confused and discombobulated as to why blacks are turning their backs on the Democratic Party.
All right, Ashley, describe the depth of concern and how legitimate that concern is.
Well, I mean, it's almost to the point of hair on fire within the party.
Fair use,
I mean,
fair
as
use.
the New York Times reported yesterday, I believe that African-American male leaders in particular went and met with the White House and really made the point and sounded the alarm that the party's having some problem with black voters.
See, that in itself is one of the major problems or the root causes of the situation that we find ourselves in today. See, the black political leaders of today are not our leaders. They never were, they never have been, and never will be. And only giving a small exception to the black political leaders during Reconstruction, who are primarily abolitionists and not so much politicians. The man on the screen before you is no other than Hiram Rhodes Revels, born in 1827. Now, although Hiram Rhodes Revels was born free in North Carolina, he became the first black man to be elected to Congress in 1870. Now, although at that time he was considered a Republican, he represented the Mississippi legislature. Imagine not only just being a black man during Reconstruction and after slavery, but being a black congressman. You had to fight or at least stand for something. Mississippi still has sundown towns to this day. And Mississippi, the first form of execution was hanging. And Mississippi didn't stop hanging folks, allegedly, till 1940. Then I guess they called themselves getting bougie. They said, fuck it, we're just sitting there in the lecture chair.
You can't make this shit up.
So when we talk about the root cause of all our problems in today's society, 2023, getting ready to be 2024, the root cause of all our problems starts with the tree. Get it? I'm going to say that one more time. The root causes of all of our problems in 2023 starts with the tree, because the tree and what happened at the root of the tree or the base of the tree has never been addressed to this day. See, the blood at the base of the tree still cries out from the ground from our ancestors to this day, the same as it did when Cain killed Abel in the Garden of Eden.
Get to the chopper!
And you don't think after all this time we don't know what's happening? We tired of forgiving. We tired of marching. We tired of praying. We tired of singing. We shall overcome. We need address. We need redress. We need a check cut for reparation from Congress.
You can't make this shit up.
There's poll after poll that's showing that upwards of 22% of African Americans are saying in key battleground states that they're willing to not support President Biden. There's never been a Democrat that's ever won an election, specifically the White House, with less than 80% of the African American vote. So as you can imagine, this is incredibly alarming.
Oh, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Just wait. Y'all gonna be rolled hard and put away wet.
It's barbecue in there.
The other thing that makes it, I would say, a major concern for the party is that the trend is moving in the wrong direction. African Americans are starting to support the Republican Party in higher numbers, 6% in 2016, 8% in 2020. So there's some big concerns about how the party is really responding and engaging African American voters, specifically African American men.
Does the data suggest apathy or absolute opposition to President Biden?
Both apathy and opposition, and any other adjective that you want to add that is synonymous with apathy and opposition, and this deep sense of loathing that comes from our ancestral slavery spirit. Because we have to sit back and watch millions on top of millions on top of millions of undocumented illegal immigrants cross the southern border, only for you to have a blank check waiting for them on the other side, and we can't even have a discussion about reparations.
And I will say, just based on my experience with the campaign, I think the top takeaway is that we were found very flat-footed as it relates to responding and combating disinformation. Dating all the way back to the 2016 election, there have been reports, congressional hearings about Russian bots specifically targeting African Americans with different disinformation to suppress the black vote.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
It's bad that these bots are out there impersonating black people, but it's also potentially bad when they get shut down because real people might get shut down in the process. How do you think this through?
Danger, Will Robinson! Danger! No, Will Robinson! Danger!
I am not a black Russian bot. Salute!
Get to the chopper!
From dog tags.